Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in the MLB postseason begins tomorrow, Tuesday, October 3rd. Yesterday, I did a video in which we looked at how many World Series each team's won and the most recent time they have won. There are three teams that have never won a World Series, those being the Tampa Bay Rays, Texas Rangers, and Milwaukee Brewers. Today, we're going to take a look at the brackets and the postseason odds, each team's chances of winning the World Series according to DraftKings Sportsbook. So here we see the brackets. Yesterday, the Houston Astros clinched the AL West over the Texas Rangers, giving them the first round bye along with the Orioles in the AL, and the Dodgers and Braves get the byes in the National League. The Blue Jays versus the Twins. The Twins have lost 18 straight postseason games. That's unbelievable. Longest streak not only in baseball but the big four American sports, along with NBA, NFL, NHL. It's the longest losing streak in postseason history. Rangers and Rays, as I mentioned, two of the three teams that haven't won a World Series in the NL. We got the Diamondbacks versus the Brewers. Man, that top three in the Brewers rotation is quite scary. Woodruff, Peralta, and Burns. And then my Miami Marlins against the Phillies. Marlins, as I mentioned yesterday, they've never lost a playoff series in a full 162 game season. They did make it in 2020. Expanded postseason, just a 60 game season, but they've only made it two other times to the postseason, so this is their fourth time in franchise history. Been around since 1993, in 97 and 2003. The only other two 162 game seasons they made the playoffs, they won the World Series. Well, if we take a look at DraftKings Sportsbooks, the four top favorites are the four teams with byes: the Atlanta Braves plus 310, Los Angeles Dodgers plus 450, Houston Astros plus 450, Baltimore Orioles plus 700. Other than Kyle Bradish, you wonder about that Orioles rotation, but they've had a great bullpen, albeit Bautista will not be pitching. Their closer, Felix Bautista, out for the postseason. But again, reminds me of that Royals team. Did not necessarily have an ace, but their bullpen was just incredible with Herrera, Holland, and Wade Davis that they made back-to-back World Series and won one. Meanwhile, the other odds, we got the Tampa Bay Rays plus 1,000, have been still performing well even without Wander Franco. The Phillies plus 1,300, Texas Rangers plus 1,600, Toronto Blue Jays plus 1,600, Milwaukee Brewers plus 1,700, Minnesota Twins plus 2,000, Arizona Diamondbacks plus 3,000. And the team with the worst odds, my favorite team, the Miami Marlins, plus 3,500. Those are your 12 postseason teams. What do you expect? Who are you predicting to win the World Series? Whose odds do you like the most? I would say baseball, maybe more so than any other of the four major professional American sports. Often these teams that aren't necessarily the best regular season teams end up winning the World Series. So while the Braves were clearly the best team during the regular season, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win the World Series. As I mentioned, that Brewers top three of the rotation. I like the Brewers at plus 1,700. Diamondbacks have two great starters in Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, but drops off. Of course, the opening wild card round is just a best of three, so really anything could happen in that best of three series. But again, let me know in the comments whose odds you like the most. What are your predictions for this year's postseason? Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.